Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi anyị wetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist, welite ya aka. Ọ dere sị, all enemies of Biafra in panic as Sheikh Gumi attacks Tinubu's government. Israel, Biafra Liberation Army vow to eliminate Muslim terrorist leaders with Biafra Corporation. Ya bụ ozi ka anyị ji bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ozi, gbaa mbọ gwa ya iche na comment section ma mekwa ka ozi alụta ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọ ha.
How does this connect Israel coming to Nigeria just to kill top Muslim leaders? That means there's something fishy. Why would Israel leave their country just to come into Nigeria to target Muslim leaders? There is something that we don't know. We understand that Nigeria has a military cooperation with Israel. Look at this. The Nigerian Ministry of Defense is actively working with Israel to strengthen military cooperation. This includes enhancing defense ties, exploring joint operations, knowledge exchange, and modernizing defense cooperation. I repeat, enhancing defense ties, exploring joint operations, knowledge exchange, and modernizing defense cooperation. A new bilateral defense agreement is also being explored to foster technical collaboration in the defense industry development. That is Nigeria and Israel. We know how Israel is technically good when it comes to military equipment. And the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to form a military cooperation with Israel. This has angered northern Nigeria. This is something that northern Nigeria is standing up against. That is why, for the past few weeks, they have arrested two top terrorist leaders. They have arrested two. Even the Belotuji is calling on the government, I want to surrender. Nigeria is slowly making progress in arresting these top guys. Now, the same thing they did under Jonathan, they want to do under Tinubu. Jonathan brought in Ihejirika to tackle insecurity. And after a lot of things done by Ihejirika, the North, the politicians, all of them, they were complaining. He's clean us. Why is it that it is now that Gumi, who is the father to these guys, is now lamenting? Since Tinubu came into power, he has said nothing. Under Buhari, he was just saying different things up and down. Let us dialogue with them. Let us do this with them. He was speaking for the bandits, but now because there is something going on, they are flushing out some of these guys. They are hitting them at their weak point. Now they have come out to lament, the way they lament during Jonathan. Somebody said that Tinubu is not Jonathan. They can lament all they can, but you see, North should be brought to his needs. I've told you, anyway, you see me, well, you see that they are defeating Fulani, now there I stand. Anyway, you see restructuring, I stand with you, my brother. See what Tinubu is doing, man, he's hitting northern Nigeria to the core. I saw the news from the NSA, Ribadu. He talked about Nigeria capturing these two guys. I was expecting the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to take that speech. And he will have brought international bodies to be part of the media that will be part of that press release. I was expecting Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take that speech because it is a major blow on these northern elements that have been terrorizing Nigeria for many years. Northern Nigeria believes that with banditry, they can be able to have a level playing ground of their control. They are using insecurity to control Nigeria. How they bully Jonathan, they were happy, like this is working. All of a sudden, Buhari is threatening Jonathan. El-Rufai is threatening Jonathan. Baboons and monkeys will be soaked in blood. They brought in people to destabilize the government of Jonathan. At the end of the day, they succeeded in what they did with international cooperation. That is why I said Tinubu would have like given that report, broken the news, with the international news agencies coming together to witness what he has done through his government by capturing 2 major leaders connected to Al-Qaeda and other ISWAP terrorist organizations. Now, Gumi at this point in time is lamenting. Under Buhari, they refused to explore the military tie with Israel. Instead, I saw one Pakistani man. They were having this conversation. You know, whenever Israel is having issues with Gaza or Israel is having issues in the Middle East, northern Nigeria, they are always supporting either Hamas, Palestine, Iran, Hezbollah, and what have you, this terrorist organization. So I'm not surprised that Gumi at this point in time is coming out to lament, to cry that, man, we have been attacked, we have been attacked. I hope every day we keep hearing a lot of things that shock us to the bones and marrow. There are some things I cannot say here. I'm telling you, every day we keep hearing a lot of things that shock us to the bone and marrow. That is why I told you that Nigeria can never make it. It is only restructuring that is the key. Whatever Tinubu is doing now, whoever that becomes president and is doing good, how many years does he have? You have 8 years, and somebody comes. See, there's a grand plot. There's a grand plot on Nigeria. I told you that the Fulani, they are willing tools of these imperialists to make sure they destabilize the country. So anything that has to do with, I thank God that Trump, as a person, has a different foreign policy from Obama. Obama did a lot of evil to Africa. I tell you, Obama did a lot of evil to Africa. Hence, ever since Obama became president, Africa has been having a lot of problems. The foundation of the problems we have today is being supported by the regime of Obama. You see that regime change of Jonathan. Jonathan, all these things that Tinubu is doing today, Jonathan was beginning to chart a course. But the Fulani, in their usual way, they never wanted Nigeria to be restructured or stabilized. They want it to remain the same way. And they are doing the bidding of their own masters. Now they know where they come from. Somebody was complaining that don't blame Muslims, don't blame northern Nigeria for the insecurity. Blame the people that are sponsoring them. My question is, why is it that they are not using the Christian community to carry out this insecurity and terrorism, these banditry attacks? Why is it that it's only the Muslim, the Fulani guys, they're the ones that are the ones always being featured all over the world? Terrorism all over the world, you see most Muslim organizations. Why? Why won't we call, say, the Muslim community in Nigeria? Look at Gumi. What is his basis for saying that they want to target Muslim leaders? We have said over and over again, some people have come out to reveal that most of these northern clerics, most of these people, these politicians, they are sponsoring Boko Haram. They know about the insecurity. Most of these traditional rulers, Muslim clerics, religious leaders, they know about this insecurity. If somebody is willing to deal with these bandits, they will do it. It's because of the influence Fulani has in northern Nigeria and in Nigeria as a whole, with their backing. Now, political calculation, political strategy of Tinubu, he is using a northerner to fight fellow northerners. For that northerner to prove that he is worthy of being endorsed as a president 2031, then he must be able to defeat insecurity in northern Nigeria. Remember, I told you that so many ambitious people in northern Nigeria that want to become president. So many. Northern Nigeria, as we speak, is divided. Is divided, well grounded and divided. So many people want to become president. You see Ribadu, you see Erufai, you see Atiku. Atiku, after 2027, if you no cross over to, if you no become president 2027, just forget Atiku. You see Bago of Niger State. You see Kwankwaso and many others. And, you know, 2031 is critical and crucial. Anybody that becomes president 2031 from northern Nigeria becomes the automatic leader. Buhari is no more. Only God knows whether Babangida will live till then. Absalam and Co, these guys are not that influential. Anybody that becomes president from northern extraction, from all these people, 2031, because I don't see a northerner becoming president 2027. I don't see it. It's not. I've not seen a leader in northern Nigeria that can. You see, the sentiment in northern Nigeria is too much. The kind of ideology they have in northern Nigeria, it would be hard for them to have good development. I'm telling you. Their ideologies are not producing good leaders. Leaders that come from the ranks and rise up. So what they go through a certain ideology that does not speak development, that does not speak restructuring, that does not speak innovation. Northern Nigeria has a lot. In fact, Northern Nigeria should be the most endowed if they utilize what they have. They have the workforce, they have a lot, they have land, they have a lot of things. They have desert, they have cattle, they have everything. Hides and skin, rice, everything, they have it. Northern Nigeria. But because of the kind of leadership, their system, all of a sudden you go to mosque, what are they preaching? Not technology, not innovation, not development, but religion. Religion in the sense that we are having enemies. You are preaching enemy. Everybody is growing up with always having an enemy in northern Nigeria. This is a mukafi or what, or is a, like, this one is a Christian. This one, we need to dominate them. We need to kill them. We need to do this. Nigeria is our own. All these Christians, we need to turn everywhere. That is what they are preaching in their heads. And somebody goes through the ranks, becoming an almajiri, goes through the ranks and become a leader. What would he be thinking? Look at Hisba police in northern Nigeria. Look at all the opportunity that the Fulani and northern Nigeria have had in ruling the country. You can see how baseless northern Nigeria is. Now, if it were the Yoruba people that are the Fulanis that have been terrorizing Nigeria, nobody will call for Yoruba presidency. If it were the Igbo people that have been terrorizing Nigeria, all of a sudden you say P2B is IPOB, blah, blah, blah. Nobody will want to support an Igbo presidency. But it is the Fulani that is terrorizing Nigeria, but we still campaign for an Islamic fundamentalist, Tinubu and co. The more reason why it was rejected by most people in 2023, you campaign for an Islamic fundamentalist. You campaign for a jihadist who is a Fulani. So what is going on in northern Nigeria, my good brother, is, as I see it, Tinubu might enter inside power and sideline all those people. They're going to fight themselves, though. The fire Tinubu is putting amongst themselves, this security of a thing is hitting them. I want Israel to come in. Israel has been with Nigeria for a very long time. As I'm sitting here, and I say anything that contravenes the Cyber Crime Act or whatever, if the DSS wants to pick me, they will pick me. Israel has a technology that they are sharing with Nigeria. Should I read it again? Israel has a technology they are sharing with Nigeria. I know Israel, anything extremism, Islamic extremism, they know they care. So it is wise of the government, because at the point in time, Israel has some measure. Because how did they trace whatever, the intelligence they have under Buhari? Israel has some attributes to that intelligence Buhari used in capturing, whether it is Sunday Igbo or whatever it is, or nnamdi Kanu. But under Tinubu is utilizing the cooperation.
Ngwano dalo nineno umunne m dịka si na-esere n'Igbo media. Gịnị ka unu nwere ikwu na nkọwa nke unu gbasara maka ihe unu n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa? Gwa anyị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị. Deela ya n'akara kọmentị ka mara ihe i chere. Ma chetakwa tụsa ya bụ ozi ka o were ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Ndewo na ụmụnne m, ka emesịa nụ.